here. This is Team Long. We just want to give you guys a market update. We felt like we need to give you one, really how 2022 is starting out and what we're seeing and that kind of thing. Going forward, we're going to try to be very diligent in giving you one at the first of every month because we feel like the market is changing rapidly and it's important that you know what's going on out here. Obviously, one of the big things right now is that there's a shortage of houses, and it's a true shortage, just so you know. It's not a manufactured shortage. There's truly just not enough houses to sell, rent, all those kind of things. Mostly because there were not enough houses built the last 10 or 12 years. So builders are now trying to catch up, but because of the pandemic, they're having trouble getting supplies and labor and so on and so forth, just like everyone else. So they're having a hard time catching up. That said, there truly is a shortage of houses. It's creating a lot of demand for houses. We're having, if a house is set up right and that kind of thing, and it's a good house in a good area, it is getting multiple offers almost every time. And so we have to be aggressive in marketing. If we're listing your home, we're aggressive in marketing your home so that it shows well and so that we can show it in its best light. If we have a buyer who's buying a home, what happens then, Jason?
Well, we have to be very competitive and we have to be prepared for the market. So one of the key things I do at the beginning of meeting people is prepare you for the market. The market is unique. It's changed drastically since I've been in the business, even more so in the time he's been in the business.
It's always changing.
It's always changing, and it's constant battle. Right now, having you prepared to understand exactly what you're walking into, having you pre-approved, having you understand where you can best use your money to be competitive is one of the biggest claims I'm having to deal with every buyer currently, and those are a big deal. One of the things I was thinking on the selling side a moment ago is we are constantly setting almost new records in the market as far as what's sold in that area for a certain price, and that's happening just all the time.
That said, we have researched this, and the homes, even though we are setting records and homes are going up at a dramatic rate, they're really not outrunning what they should be doing, because the reason being is that we spent about 10 or 12 years where the market was not going up. And so now there's a lot of pent-up demand for the market to go up just to get back to a normal pace, which is really just an increase of about 5% a year. And you would expect any investment you made to increase 5% a year, right? So we're catching up to that 5% a year that should have happened the last 10 or 12 years.
So it's balancing from what happened. The market stalled, obviously.
We're really just balancing out.
Now the market's just catching up from a statistical standpoint. We have not surpassed what we think the numbers should be at, even if you just did the standard 5% rate. They still haven't caught up yet, and people are having a hard time seeing that aren't following it.
That's right. They just see the dramatic increase lately and they think of 2008, but it's not right. 2008. I was in real estate in 2008. It's a totally different market. At that time, people were just, they were financing anybody and everybody and that kind of thing, and that's what really created that crash, because the people that were buying houses were not capable of paying for them. They didn't pay their light bill, much less their house payment. So that's not happening now. So it's a totally different market.
Right now, when I'm representing buyers, you need to be in a good place to qualify. You can qualify.
They need to be well qualified. They need to have a little cash in the bank.
That's correct.
That said, something I've noticed lately is a lot of people think that, and I've been hearing this a lot, that people think that they need 20% down to buy a house. That's not right.
That's not close to correct, and there's a lot of different programs depending on what you qualify for, and maybe even what your job is.
There's a lot of different ways to buy a house with actually 0 down or 3% down or something like that, but a lot with just 0 down, and that's not a bad thing. These are true qualified programs with low interest rates and that kind of thing. It's not some flim-flam 0 down monkey business. These are
programs set up to help people buy that are qualified and meet certain criteria, and there's various ones depending on what you do.
Right now, we're noticing interest rates are going up. There's varying opinions on how far that's going to go, or if it's going to level out, or what's going to happen here. But right now, we know that interest rates are going up.
That's correct.
Right.
Yeah, but they're still historically low.
They're
So,
still low.
Yeah.
They're low. People
But-
get upset because they go to 4%, but the truth is, 4% is really cheap
If
money.
you're upset if you were qualified last year and you looked again this year, the rate is extremely different. But over the time of history, it's still great.
It's
rates
still
at the
great.
moment.
You know, if you're looking at that and you say, well, you know, I could have got it at this rate a year ago or 6 months ago, that's true, but you don't want to do that 6 months from now or a year from now and say, wow, I wish I'd have went ahead.
Well, like one thing I've gone back and done is look at historically low rates, and they don't always go back. It may be, it could be a very long time before we see rates all the way back to what we were last year. So if you're trying to wait on that, you could be putting yourself in a world of hurt and costing yourself a lot of money renting in the process and those kind of things. So.
Yeah, like I said, builders are trying to catch up, and at some point they will catch up. This market will balance out. I don't expect it to just quit. I think it will continue to move up, but it may move up at a much lower pace. And it's still it's a great time to buy because mortgage rates are low. It's still a great time to sell because there's such a competitive market out here. And how long either one of those lasts, I can't tell you. But that's
I
where we're
expect
at
the
today.
home price to catch up to where we have theorized it should be at, which is what we were discussing earlier. And then at that point, it will go back to a natural rate of somewhere between 5 and 10%, and something like that is what I predict. I don't know all the answers, but that's definitely what I'm predicting to happen. So you shouldn't lose money even when the market does balance out. We're not seeing indications that there will be a major crash like 2008, which is what some people are concerned with. It still appears to be a wonderful time to buy.
So I don't want to get too long with this. Is there anything else that's just really major we need to say right now, do you think? Or
Those are the key pieces for us. Like we talked about, if you have a home currently that you want to sell.
A lot of people feel like, I'll tell you one thing, if you're buying a home, a lot of people feel like they don't need a realtor right now. You need a realtor more than you ever need a realtor, because if you don't have a realtor to help you position your offer, you're not going to be able to buy a home. I can tell you right now, it's just not going to happen. And if you're selling your home, a lot of people at the same time also feel like they don't need a realtor because they can sell it. And it's true, you can sell your home. That's no problem. But what you need is a realtor who will create the competitive environment you want for your home, who will market it aggressively, and who will maximize the value of your home. So right now, a realtor is needed more than I've been in it right at 20 years, and it's you need a realtor right now more than you need a realtor in the 20 years I've been in it.
Well, that's part of the key piece that you help people with sellers do, in particular, is not leave money on the table.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. Yes, and you can sell your home yourself, or anybody can help you with that, but a realtor can help you with the most.
Truly
value for your home.
understanding. I see realtors that don't handle a lot of offers right now, and they have a hard time even understanding how to handle it. So you need a true professional realtor that really knows what they're doing to help you understand what really is the best offer, because some of these offers are a little tricky right now, and what truly is the best offer, and how to truly maximize the amount of money that you walk away from and have a good experience doing it.
And the experience matters for that.
Experience matters. It always matters, but it matters now more than it ever has.
I think that's it for us. So.
Anything else we need to say? Feel good? Okay, well, this is Team Long. We're reporting on the start of 2022, and we're going to try to keep you updated every month because we feel like it's a really it's a changing market, and it's a competitive market, and we want to keep you right on the cutting edge. Team Long.
Team Long approved.